Hey everyone, this is me Jaya, and I want to give a tutorial on how you can use Motionboard as your BI solution or business intelligence solution. So for those who might not know about Motionboard, a lot of people might already know about business intelligence as a software, and a lot of the application and a lot of people that uses it pretty much already use something like Power BI from Microsoft and maybe something else, but not so much for emotion board, and that's why I want to give a brief tutorial about it. So this is an application that's made in Japan, and a lot of companies in Japan use this application for their business intelligence to display the data and to give reports and to show pretty much what they can get from their data for the analysis. That's why its name for business intelligence came from, and that's why it must be useful for people with business and people with a lot of data to use this application. Okay, so let's just get started to it, and I will show you how the application looks. So this is the application. There are two types of application that you can install. Is The first one is the on-premise, and the second one is on by cloud. This one I use the cloud version, so that's why the name is real-time BI. But pretty much, if you use the normal version, it will show the mission board and then the start and the reference, and pretty much the same. Okay, so let's just get right into it. We're gonna get start. Okay, we can create the dashboard. Okay, we can create, right click new, just press everything. Okay, this is pretty much how the default setting looks like. There are three steps in the motion board that you can actually memorize easily. First one is just figuring out what you want to display. The second one is choosing the data. The third one is actually pivoting the data in a way that you want to display the data. Now we are in the second step actually, which is choosing the data. The previous step is just we choosing. Okay, we want to create a dashboard, and that's it. Then the second one is we actually get to choose the data. Now this is pretty important step because we just need to choose where is the data that we want to display. Now there are many ways we can connect the data. We can use database, of course, which is probably the most common way to display the data. So you can use MySQL, PostgreSQL, and pretty much every single database that you can think of, probably. Or you can just use a simple Excel data to display for pretty much like sample and the text that you want to display. Okay, I'm gonna use Excel for this tutorial. Okay, I'm just gonna use this one. Maybe this one. Either way doesn't really matter. So we choose the Excel file or pretty much anything other database that you want, and in the right part of the screen it will show you the preview of the data. So you can see if we download this file into Excel and then we open it, it will show pretty much the same rows and columns and table. It's pretty much the same. So we're gonna show this table specifically, then we can open next, and then we will be given a prompt to choose between chart or spreadsheet. So what's the difference between these two? If in chart you can use pie chart, line chart, pretty much every single other kind of chart available in Motionboard. Or if you use spreadsheet, it will only show you in a tabular form. So if you just want to show all of the data in a table and nothing else that really matters, then you can use spreadsheet. Otherwise, you can use chart. We're just going to use chart because this, why not? Then we will given another prompt or menu for the data source editor. So we are on the last step, which is displaying or pivoting data in the way that we want to display. So as you can see on the left side here, there are 4 items. We call it item in here, but if you really look further, it's just the column for the table. So if you have 4 column, it will show 4 item in here. So this just basically means the column that's available on the data. So okay, let's drag here, and we're gonna I'll just gonna show you how this works, so you can see it more clearly what is actually going on in here. And then as you can see, when I drag the item list into row item, and then I drag the summary into the budget into summary item in here, it will actually show a new column, a new table, sorry, that's displaying the branch exactly as the item that I've dragged here, and the budget, which is actually the same item that I've dragged into summary item. As you can see, this is the result. So what this does is it's just displaying the data according to what you want. So if I drag from row to column, then it will show the item, each of the available branch value into each of their corresponding column. As you can see, now there are 5 columns. If you drag it before here, there are 5. There are only 1 column, which is branch, but there are 4 rows of data. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, sorry, it's 4. This one is actually just the grand total, which is just summarize the entire column or row, depending on where the data is being placed upon. Okay, so this is neat. If you ever played with Excel, you might get familiar with this concept, which is this pivoting table. That's why I kept mentioning pivot, or I'm not really sure how to pronounce or how to call it in any other words aside from pivoting. So if we drag another item in here, let's say brand store, we can see what happened. What will happen is another column will be generated, and it will show you the okay. So first we got the London branch, and then for each of the store, it actually has their own values, which is their own budget, and then this is the budget. So this is really helpful if you want to show the data in a more refined way. Sometimes you only want to show the 1 column only, or maybe you can show another extra column, etc. Or if you want to go for a more varied style, you can go over here, which is incredibly helpful and very useful for reporting. We also drag them on. It will also show more detailed version. So basically, the more item that you place into a row or column, the more detailed the summary will be. But if you put only 1, it will show you pretty much the generalized version of it. So let's say I'll put a month, it will show you pretty much what is the total for that month for all of the brands in the store. But the store is pretty much the same thing. So yeah, that's the concept of the pivoting. Now let's say we press OK. Let's say okay, I'm good with this. I'm just gonna show it the brands and their total budget for whatever the entire year maybe. Okay, we press OK, and then we get to name the chart. It will be a good practice to actually naming your chart so that you will avoid any confusion. Summary, and the data source, we just leave it as it is, because naming the data source actually is from the previous step. That's okay. And then we get to choose what kind of chart that we want to use. As I've mentioned, there are many types of chart that you can use in Motionboard, from line, bar, column, pie, and then there's this one, which is summary table, which is weird considering the fact that I mentioned that we can use spreadsheet, but here we can actually also display table. but we're just gonna press OK for now. Alright, okay, so then we get to choose where we want to place the chart that we have created. Now we just press here, then we click. We can click on the left part, the right part, the top, or the bottom. And this will place our chart into the place that we want to. Alright, so this is the total display. So okay, alright, so let's see. This is the chart. We just, well, it's, I mean, it does the job, but I think there's something missing here. Like, first of all, why is it in a table? We want to display it in other kind of displays, such as maybe other thing. Well, good thing is Motionboard is actually pretty much easy to configure after we have placed our items. All we need to do is just open the menu on the top, and then we can choose what we want, the kind of chart that we want to use. Let's say we want to use a line, then we already got our line. Let's say we want to use bar, we got a bar, and pretty much everything. Now another thing is, let's say we want to get the line, but also we want to get another type of display. Maybe we want to display the table in the right part. Well, if we are not, we can actually do that. All we have to do is just go to the menu, and then we choose the menu on the bottom right here. So as you can see, there's chart, the spreadsheet, and as you might have guessed, this will generate the corresponding chart or spreadsheet as you expected. So I'm gonna try using spreadsheet, and then we're gonna use the same data source. Okay, the same data source that we have used. Basically, this data source is referencing to our Excel file that we have used, and then it's gonna be spreadsheet for the summary. This right here, and then this is the result. As you can see, spreadsheet is a little bit different from our let's go back to the summary table. As you can see, the difference is that spreadsheet will show every single item, every single data in the data source, and not going to filter any of the items. But in the summary table, which we use in our chart, it will only show what we want to display. And this will also apply if we use line, because it will also filter the data and show it correspondingly. So okay, I don't think this kind of chart actually fit for the data. We're gonna just use bar. Okay, this one is more appropriate. Okay, so this is basically how Motionboard really works. It's easy, and it's pretty much configurable right off the bat. You don't need to use any other additional software. All you need to just use the application as it is, and you can get the result as you want it. So this is the basic. So as you might remember, hopefully, we choose our we make our dashboard. We choose what the file is, or where the files that we want to display, and then we're just gonna display the file in the way that we want it, either in a chart or a spreadsheet. And then there are a lot of other functions, such as filter or alert, but that might be for another day. For now, I'm just gonna show you the basic for the Motionboard. Hopefully someone out there that's being tasked to use Motionboard can be can get a little bit of help from this tutorial. So yeah, I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching.